Hi there, it's Dan here from Flexxable, and today I'm going to give you 5 hacks you can use and implement today to write better ads. Let's dive in. Okay, so before we get stuck in on the 5 tips that I'm going to give you to implement today to get fast results, I want to take a step back, right? Because a lot of you might be thinking, okay, I need to be an amazing copywriter. I need to read the top 5 books front to back 5 times, and I need to study David Ogilvy, and I want to be the best direct response copywriter in the world, right? And it's just not achievable for a lot of us, right? And I think as some of the platforms evolve, yes, it's important to have these skills, but what's more important is that you want to understand your market, all right, that you're advertising in. And I've got some training on this and I think I've probably done a video somewhere, and if I have, we'll point to it up here. You know, what it's really about is kind of let your market do your marketing, all right? So if you're kind of running ads in, let's say, roofing, for example, that's your niche, then you want to go and figure out where the consumers or the roofers are hanging out and what they're talking about in their language. All right, so I did this for the roofing niche recently, and the best place I found to be able to understand to get roofers as clients and to write better ads in that niche was to be able to go to YouTube and have a look at the roofers that have built successful roofing companies and then have moved into education. Now they teach roofers how to optimize their business and grow, and whether or not they use yard signs or door knocking. And there's a whole industry out there about chasing hailstorms. And this is all stuff that I kind of knew of a little bit about, but it's not until I went and researched and went to YouTube and spent a couple of hours there, and then went over to Reddit, had a look at some Facebook groups. It just really widened my horizon on hooks and angles that I could come up with, rather than just trying to land roofing clients and say, hey, we generate paper leads in the roofing space and we don't charge retainers. That's not really going to cut the mustard, moving forward, right? You've got to really kind of use the language the roofers are using, and you've got to be able to understand the market really well to kind of touch their pain points and use the hooks that are going to get them to kind of stop the scroll and click on your ad. Okay, so this applies. This let your market know do your marketing for you applies to everything, whether it be B2B or B2C. Take your time and really try and understand your market through the lens of the consumer or the business owner, because it's going to make all the difference. All right, so if you don't do that and you don't understand stuff, the market's not going to work. The 5 tips I give you right now aren't going to work. All right, so please take your time to do that, and it's going to pay dividends. All right, so my first tip is very important, and I see a lot of people getting this wrong when they're writing their Facebook ads or Google ads or writing their YouTube scripts for their pre-roll videos, whatever that is. All right, they're trying to sell the service rather than the click. All right, so think about that for a second. If you're trying to, write a long copy ad in Facebook, and you're talking about this product or the service, and you're going into the benefit of the features, and you're trying to sell people, then you're going to get leads. But what happens is that the person has to be right at that point in time where they're going to become a lead in order to click the ad, go through all that copy, and then become a lead, right? What you want to do is to get a larger bucket of people to show your landing page or your offer to, or whatever that is. You want to be able to sell the curiosity within the ad. All right, let me give you a quick example. We're trying to land roofing clients at the moment, and what I did was that I knew that roofers like to door knock to be able to get their leads. So what I did is I wrote an ad where I spoke a little bit about door knocking and said there's a way that you can get a better ROI than door knocking, and it might surprise you what that is, right? So rather than kind of go into what the kind of type of lead is and try and say that it's got a contact rate of 50% and give all the you get 19 points of data, or whatever that is. Okay, I'm selling the click rather than the actual lead. All right, I hope that makes sense. And if you're not doing this already, then please give it a go, because you're going to get far cheaper clicks, and you're going to let your funnel or whatever happens after the click do the selling for you. All right, it makes a really big difference. So give that a go. My second tip is to, once you have that ad written, and you've got curiosity involved inside that ad, and you're really getting people salivating to click the button to be able to leave and go to your page or fill in the lead form or read your advertorial or whatever that is, have your copy that kind of works and it is getting results, and then take it over to Jasper. They used to be called Jarvis, which is an AI copywriting tool, and just get them to spin hundreds and hundreds of different versions of what's working already. Okay, and you'd be surprised at what that does. All right. And how many different variations that you've got that you might not have thought of before, and it just works. It just gives the ad platform more data to spin their wheels against. All right, so give Jasper a go based on copy that's working for you, rather than just trying to throw anything up. Get your ad winner, see what's working, and then spin it multiple times over at Jasper. Okay. This is for Facebook specifically, okay, but it applies to GDN or Taboola or Outbrain or whatever ad platform you're using. But the image is the #1 most important thing to be able to get that click. All right, get that click. I don't know how long ago it was now, but there used to be kind of limits on the percentage of text you could have inside the image on Facebook, and they just got rid of that. So now we're able to use our copy chops or write copy inside the image of the ad. So we actually just have big kind of standard, highlight, big bold colors and big bold kind of copy inside our image. So people they read this first before they actually go up and read the headline or the copy above the image. My quick tip is, if you've got copy that's working, but you're using stock imagery or UGC content or whatever that is, then try and take the best hook that you've got, whether it be, an example might be, you pay for these leads after delivery. A kind of big, bold statement like that within the image is really going to slash your cost per lead and make a difference. So why don't you give that a go? The fourth tip I've got for you today, and trust me, it took me a while to come around to this idea, but because I always used to slag off Facebook lead ads, right? The quality's crap with those, don't ever do them, it's no good. But what happened is that Apple brought in this thing called iOS 14, and it screwed up all the tracking, and everything's all over the shop if you send traffic from Facebook away from their platform, right? So what we're seeing now inside our own agency is that Facebook lead forms are working really well, and the tracking is perfect, okay? So if you get 10 leads come through, it says exactly 10 inside the ad platform. You don't need to worry too much about all of this kind of offsite tracking and all of the complicated stuff that's why I've got no hair, basically. So it's a really, Facebook lead ads are really worth a go if you haven't done them in a while. You'll be surprised how cheap the leads are. And also, some of our students that we're seeing inside our programs are getting, they're running an appointment setting funnel, and they're getting at least 60% lead to appointment ratio and at least 60% show up rates from Facebook lead ads. So where before people were worried about quality, now we've got tools like High Level and CRMs that are able to send automatic text messages and emails that help get those quality of leads up, right? Things are changing a little bit. So if you haven't done so already, my fourth tip is to go and give Facebook lead ads a go. You might be surprised how good they are. My fifth tip of today is to make sure you've got your UTM parameters game sorted out, all right? So I've just done a recent video on what that looks like. You'll be able to find it here. My account manager, Graham, showing you how to set all of that up properly. But what you want to do is be able to pull through, if you're running ads on Facebook and YouTube, for example, you want to make sure that you're pulling the traffic source through to the client's CRM so they can tell you which leads are converting at the best. You can also pull the ad set name, the creative name, the audience, anything that you want through to the client's CRM, and they can feed that data back to you to say, spend more money on YouTube rather than Facebook. And this has happened to us multiple times before, where we've done this and taken the time to be transparent with our client. They've come back and said, oh my God, YouTube ads are kicking ass. Let's let's double the spend there and take less from Facebook, and they're going to love you for it. All right. So yeah, they're my 5 tips for today. They're tips that you can implement very quickly and get fast results with. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please hit the like button below so we know that you have. Please comment below if you've got any questions, and also subscribe to our channel so you'll be the first to know when we create our new content and videos. Thanks a lot. Oh, and finally, before you go, we've got a free kind of video training on how to move away from the old way of doing business, which is for lead gen agencies like us, which is the retainer contract, 6-month tie-in, master of none, doing website design and SEO and creatives and copywriting and CRO and all that type of stuff. And we've moved towards performance-based marketing, where we show you how to generate leads only. And it's a much simpler, more elegant business model. Click the link somewhere below or inside this video and enjoy. We'll catch you later.